Hello internet, this is KrissieDeathy, and for once you get to see my face. Very rare. But yeah, today I'm going to be reading a fanfiction. It's actually the very first Inuyasha fanfiction I wrote, and this was brought about by some random conversation I had with my boyfriend, so I'm sure he's really proud how this came out and the derpiness that he caused, though he doesn't read any of my stuff. He's not much of a reader, and it's almost him. So let's jump into this random Inuyasha fanfiction that I wrote. The sky was clear with a few clouds traveling by. Everything was peaceful, except at the shrine. Sit! The command rang from Kagome's throat. It was high and shrill. Inuyasha took in a face full of dirt instantly. Arr! What was that for? Kagome glared at the half-demon. I told you I needed to come back to study for this test. Sota sat on the steps of the house, watching curiously. The cat sat in his lap, napping. Inuyasha hopped up. What about finding the Shikon fragments? It can wait, you jerk. Kagome stomped her foot. Sota glanced up as he noticed the figure coming up the long staircase at the front of the shrine. The man was tall and imposing. He wore a classic kimono, his white hair flowing free in the breeze. The cat in Sota's lap hissed before dashing away. Sota just stared at the man walking towards them. Kagome and Inuyasha were too caught up in their argument to notice the man walking up to him. The man paused a yard away from them. His eyes glanced up and down. Sota could clearly see two purple triangles on his cheek on both sides of his face. The man merely rolled his eyes as he walked up the steps. Sota opened his mouth. The man brought a finger to his mouth. His expression was a bored one. He opened the door to the house as if he owned the place and waved for the boy to follow him. Sota followed the man into the house. Who are you? Sota asked as he followed the man. The man made a line straight for the kitchen. Kagome and Sota's mom froze as she stared at the tall man. That is not for you to worry about, the man told him as he opened the cabinets to the house. Where is Inuyasha's favorite ramen? He asked after opening a few cabinets. Sota pulled it out and held it up to him. The man smiled as he nodded. He grabbed the needed equipment and another 3 bags of the ramen. Come, he ordered Sota as they walked back outside. The man sat on the last step of the house, facing Inuyasha and Kagome, who were still fighting, as always. He set up the equipment and began to make the ramen. Sota sat next to him, looking at the man curiously. Inuyasha paused in his argument with Kagome as he sniffed the air. It smelled different. What is wrong with you? Kagome asked. It smells like ramen, Inuyasha muttered as he turned to look at the source of the scent. His yellow eyes widened. Kagome followed his eyes and gasped. Shishomaru? Do you guys know this guy? Sota pointed at the strange man. Shishomaru didn't speak. He merely looked up at them as he put some ramen in a bowl. He handed the bowl to Sota, who said thanks and began to eat with his chopsticks. What are you doing here? Inuyasha yelled. How did you get through the whale? Kagome hollered. Inuyasha rolled up his sleeves. What do you think you're doing, Shishomaru? Eating ramen, came the simple reply as Shishomaru made up his bowl. He blew on the noodles before popping them into his mouth. How did you get through the whale? Kagome demanded as she pushed Inuyasha aside. Shishomaru looked up at her and paused. I did not come from the whale. Then how did you get here? Inuyasha demanded, cracking his knuckles. Shishomaru continued eating his food. He came up the steps, Sota answered. Inuyasha finished off his bowl of ramen. Shishomaru finished off his bowl of ramen. Read names properly. Darn me. As a truthful demon, I have been able to live for years. But I see I misjudged the time. He gracefully placed the chopsticks on top of the bowl. Thank you for the meal. He stood up and began to leave. Wait, you mean to tell me you've lived this long? Kagome asked as she followed him. Shishomaru simply nodded. Why did you decide to come here? And now? Kagome asked curiously as Inuyasha growled. Shishomaru paused as he turned to look at Kagome in the eye. I came to eat my little brother's favorite food. He held up his hand and reached out for Kagome. Before his hand could touch her, however, Inuyasha grabbed his hand roughly. One loose, that other arm, Inuyasha growled. Shishomaru gave a small smile at his brother. Inuyasha gulped as he took a step back. Shishomaru patted his little brother on the head. Inuyasha's hair stood on end as his wide eyes stared at the demon in shock. Sesshomaru ruffled Inuyasha's hair before removing his hand and looking at his palm. He looked back up at Inuyasha. Your hair is dirty. You need to wash it properly. Inuyasha's jaw dropped in shock. Kagome stood in shock beside him. Sesshomaru turned and walked away. Hey sis, who is that guy? Soda asked after a minute from the steps to the house. And that is the random Inuyasha fanfiction I wrote, very first one. And I enjoy it. I'm very amused by it. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Very rare to see my face nowadays. It's just sometimes easier to record the audio because sometimes it'll come out sounding better, sometimes not, whatever. So today I'm probably just recording with the webcam, so you'll know which ones are recorded today because I will not have changed clothes, but you will get a new video every day, I think, maybe, depending if I can actually edit my shit and have it done on time. But since I am doing questions every day because I have 118 subscribers, I would like to know, who is your favorite Inuyasha character? Let's go there. So yeah, feel free to leave those in the comments below. I would love to have a conversation with you guys about your favorite Inuyasha character. It would be awesome. My favorite is probably Shippo. Moroku is a close second, but I really like Jumanji a lot more than Moroku from Ridne, from Rumiko Takahashi's latest work. So yeah, thank you all so much for watching, and yada yada yada. Bye bye.